Oops. Sorry, forget it, Leroy.
Forget cable, switch to Frontier. The Fios Triple Play brings dedicated 100% fiber optics to your home. Fios TV, 15x5 internet and digital phone for $119.99 per month with 2-year price protection plan on qualifying service. FrontierPacificNW.com.
That didn't feel very sincere, but it was meant to be sincere, Rockstar Bob. That was meant to be a sincere apology to Leroy Hill.
Do we owe him an apology?
I guess sort of. We decided to react to the story that first came out, that it seemed very obvious. The people in his neighborhood were complaining about the smell of pot coming from his room. The police came, they went in, they found pot in his room, they arrested him. He went to the detention center, he did a urine test, and that was that. We talked about it as being a terrible mistake and how it was right in front of being a free agent, bad decision, et cetera, et cetera. And then today,
more about the judgment, not the actual offense.
Right. Just that a guy who's had a couple of issues beforehand, right before free agency, it just wasn't very smart to be doing this. Not that it's like the worst thing in the world or anything like that. And then lo and behold, as it turns out, he didn't do it at all.
Apparently it was a buddy that was staying at his place. Which,
yeah.
Hey, good for Leroy Hill. The charges are dropped, so this is, you still go back to the original 2 incidents off the field, so as far as we know, everything's been fine then. The only issue is between him and his buddy. And if I'm him, I'm beyond upset because of the timing. We talked about the timing of the other 2 offenses, one right before free agency, and then the other one days after he went to court over that offense. He had the domestic violence charge, so his timing had been terrible, and then this one right before free agency. So if I'm him, I'm pulling that friend aside going, what in the hell are you doing? You realize how you just took me into the national spotlight and dragged my name through the mud, and how this could potentially have a negative impact on my free agent? So, separate issue. Good news for him that it was cleared up. He tested negative, as did his girlfriend. They were both arrested. They both tested. They submitted a urine test immediately, and they both tested negative. So so
I guess it's over, right?
I would think so. Yeah.
Although I thought it was over the first time.
If the buddy thing is actually a fact, that's your only issue, is who are you letting stay in your place. And I guess maybe you just say, from this point forward, nobody stays in my place. I don't care if I'm gone for a month. I'll hire somebody to come turn the water on and do whatever you need to do. But
well, the irony, of course, of this thing is that they may not have been planning on re-signing him in the first place. I guess we'll never know in this case if that was a compelling reason or not.
I mean, what their plans are for him, I don't know. But I guess if I'm... if you're another team out there that had your eyes on him, you feel much better about it now.
Sure.
Now, if the Seahawks had no intention of bringing him back regardless, then it doesn't change anything. But I think where it changes is his value, and maybe taking that hesitation from another team that may have looked at him and said, all right, here's a guy who clearly can't learn.
Let's try and give him a proper 2 for being a guy who maybe did learn, as opposed to tarring him with saying that hey, you same old guy, same old mistakes. In this case, at least, doesn't look like he made the mistake.
No, the only mistake, letting a dopey friend, no pun intended, go in there and use your place like that and not have any concern for your free agency period.
Dopey friend, huh?
That fits, right?
That was good.